I'm not entitled to what I've earned out here. So for me, man, I want to make sure that I'm clear with y'all as much as I can be at this point. You know, there'll be a time, I'm sure, in the future to come where I'm able to actually sit down and possibly give the names or the name. A lot of you individuals been following my career, the ups and downs. A lot of these are my real true fans, so a lot of them knows. But I choose not to do things the way I done them in the past, far as dedicating that same type of energy to these situations, because it's almost like a repeating type of situation. My rent is to make sure that y'all paying close attention, because I want y'all to pay attention to this situation. It's not a rant looking for fame, nor to defame nobody. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to say nobody has done nothing to me legally. I'm here to make sure that the things that was done in my career and business-wise that was done illegally, not only am I looking to be compensated from the things that I've had to endure and go through from those things that's been done through illegal business, but I'm also looking to have my business in place and in order for the future going forward. Because I do have a long career in front of me. You know, a lot of people tend to share their opinions, and I enjoy that because everybody's entitled to one. But I feel like I've never got my just due, and a lot of fans, a lot of people feel the same way. And only time will tell in that, you know what I'm saying? But the real reality of it all is that I'm truly thugging with a conscience. You know, I am a compulsive individual. So just as well as I can sit down and give y'all, you know, a conversation and articulate myself to the way that you can understand me, I can become compulsive and you can't understand me. Sometimes I don't even understand myself. But one thing I do understand is that the situations that I do compulse about, especially this one in particular, is very real life. It's very real. It's very factual. And, you know, I was one of those individuals that was led to kind of believe that what I was getting was what I had earned. So I was very, very, you know, in tune and agreeable with the things that was being told and some of the things that was being projected to the people. You understand what I'm saying? I was in agreement with those things at times, you know, only under the notion that this is what I've worked for and this is what I've received. And when you come back only years and years and years and years and years later, only to find out that not only have you not received your portion, but when it gets as serious as to the point where my life has almost been played out throughout the public, a lot of my ups and downs. So a lot of people experience my bankruptcy like I experienced it at the time. They watch me go through these things. They seen these people come into my home and take my shit and watch my moms lose her shit. And people were able to see these things. And I work hard to get away from that era and those things in my life. You know, that was something that I went through that coming from nothing, man, I tell you, it was straight up and down, man. It was something that I wasn't, of course, expecting, but never thought that I would ever experience something like having these people come take everything that I've worked for. So, you know, with having that experience and going through it and then enduring it and then accepting it as a man and actually truly saying, you know what, it was my fault. I worked hard to get that era away from my life. I done my time. You know, even me going to prison resulted from an IRS raid. It resulted from the IRS that was coming to take things from my home. And in the process, come across a weapon that later indicted me. Almost a year later, on that weapon that was found in my home, but they would never been in nowhere near my home had it not been for this IRS situation. I went to prison for this situation. You understand me? Gun didn't even fucking belong to me. You understand me? Never even touched the motherfucker. They fingerprinted this motherfucker, the whole nine. None of my shit come back or whatever. None of that shit. These people know what's real. I went to prison, though. I done mine like any other real one gonna do. I didn't PC up. I walked the yard. They know me from here, whatever federal penitentiary yard I landed on, they know me. I done mine. But all those things I experienced, I worked hard to get away from it. Through the grace of God, I was able to get it out of my life and move forward, only to come back and realize that, you know, it's certain individuals that's been making money off of me. Well, when I'm not even going to say making money, has been cashing checks for years under my Social Security number. So these checks that's been being cashed for all of these years, fellas and the ladies, these checks has been cashed for all these years, created a tax debt. Of course, it wasn't mine, but to these people, of course, they just got my Social Security number. So, of course, I'm going to wear whatever's getting, I guess, taxed under that. And not only was they doing it then, it's already done led up to 2019, and the rabbit is out the hat. Because what thing I know is that not only was my bankruptcy discharged, but everything and a few things that came along with that thing as well. So I shouldn't have had no kind of dealings with those individuals in my life, and no kind of place at this point. But somehow, you know, these things has happened. So for me, man, I just wanted to be get a little more in depth with y'all. As time goes and this whole thing unfolds itself, like I say, I'm only here to get what I deserve and what I've earned. And if an individual can say, I don't owe him nothing, I'm only to say, okay, prove it. That's it. That's it. That's all I would say is prove it. Because I've watched over the years of an individual say that I've received and made this amount of money over the course of my career, and I'm saying prove it. Where's it at? You know, I've been one of those ones, like I say, in agreement to these things to help create this picture that's been pushed out to the public. So I don't blame a lot of the fans when they say, well, oh, such and such did this, and such and such did that. You only saying that because I told you that. But I'm telling you, no, such and such didn't. And if such and such can tell you he did, tell him prove it. That's it. Whatever motherfuckers say they done for me, I don't give a fuck what it would be. If a nigga say I made this, prove it. If a nigga said he did this for me, prove it. In this situation. You understand me? All I can do is tell y'all is this. Be about your business. You understand what I'm saying? Because if your business do fuck up, it's nobody to blame but yourself. You think I'm ranting. You think I'm hurt. You think I'm fucked up. All of those things you think, some of those things are true. But remember, it's up to you to make your outcome. For me, I'm aware that I am the talent. I've also been the talent of other people for a long time. But I'm also aware and I'm proud of myself for taking the time and doing what I'm doing and going to continue to do is educate myself with this business so I can be a person who can be able to sit in front of this camera and say, hey, you know, that before and after picture. You dig what I'm saying? All of this shit is a part of my before and after picture. I don't mind showing you what it is. Because whatever it's going to be, you can set that motherfucker. It's a few niggas got some cool before and after pictures. But this is a part of my before and after picture, so I don't mind the process. One thing I do respect is your guy, Jeezy's slogan, trust the process. He ain't lying. I'm trusting the process, respecting it, but at the same time, I'm a part of it and keeping the process going. You ain't going to do shit by sitting around and putting your career in the next person's hands. You get what the fuck I'm telling y'all? Educate yourself behind other people's education. It's okay to ask questions. Even when you start asking questions and they tend to run because you have, in their eyes, asked the wrong question, that should give you the energy to go seek more questions to ask. Stay on your business. I gotta get to work. 100. I'll be back later.